guys, today I'm here with my February favorites. I feel like I have more products than normal to chat about today, so let's get started. Let's talk about what is on my eyes today. This gorgeous guy, I knew I was gonna love it, but I didn't realize that I was gonna love it as much as I do. It is the Smashbox Ablaze Covershot palette. I think this is gonna be my palette of the year, guys. You know how when I bought like Modern Renaissance or the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly last year, it was just like totally my jam? Yeah, this guy is it, and it's a little bit different than those two in the sense that it still has the warm, gorgeous shades, the great mattes, warm and rusties, but it has these two shades on the end, which is primarily what I'm wearing on my eyes today. A little bit more of like a deeper burgundy, and then this shade is what I have on my lid, and I just love the way the look came out. It is warm, but it's pink, so it's like a warm pink look, not exactly like the warm browns and golds that I normally go for. It's perfect for travel. It's actually quite affordable in the way of eyeshadow palettes, and it's not like you're running through a full eyeshadow palette anyway, so I don't need like a huge palette with a ton of shades in there. Super sleek, the package is gorgeous, and I'm just so impressed with the quality. If you love Modern Renaissance, Holy Grail from Violet Voss, any of those kind of like warm golden palettes, you want more, this is an awesome one. Another warm palette that totally took me by surprise is this one from Avon. It is one of their eyeshadow quads in the shade Warm Sunrise, and again, the warm, beautiful shades. This one, however, is all matte, so if you're a fan of all matte, great for travel. It's got 4 shades in here, and if you want like something shimmery for the lid, you can always grab for your highlighter that you've taken along. You get a matte cream shade in here, a transition shade that's kind of more neutral, a little bit light for me, so I'll mix it in with one of the other deeper shades. You get an orange kind of warm, deep one, and then you also get a chocolatey, deep, warm brown. It's got like, you know, kind of the basics of like a gorgeous eye look for me. This is something that I could easily reach for on the everyday. I could reach for at nighttime. I'm actually working on an Avon video. If you follow me on Snapchat, I was talking about this palette actually a little bit, but I've got a sponsored video that's going to be coming out next month, and it's going to be actually shared with a whole bunch of the Avon reps too, which I'm really excited about. So I'm doing a little bit of research because I honestly don't have a ton of experience with the brand. I remember ordering from their books a long time ago with my grandmother and have great memories with that, but currently as like my new self, I don't know a ton about it. So I was doing a bunch of research trying to figure out what products that I felt like I wanted to mention in that video that I have coming up, and came across this and thought you guys had to know about it. My glow today is coming from CoverFX. This is one of their highlighting powders. I think it is fairly new. This one is in the shade Candlelight and was given to me by my friend Shauna. She has a blog. I will link to her down below. And it looks really deep, and I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work, and it's definitely too shimmery to be a bronzer. But I'm wearing it as my highlight today, and I love the way that it looks. I think that it's definitely not as deep when it comes out on your skin. If you have very fair skin, it probably wouldn't work for you, but there are a few different shades in the range, but it's just perfect on my skin. And I think if you're a little bit deeper as well, it just gives a nice bronzy glow, but it's still a glow from within. No, like by no means is it like a deep stripe of brown on my face. And I haven't tried a bunch from CoverFX, but this is a very soft, very beautiful highlighter, no glitter in there, just tons of glow. I've been trying to mention more brushes in my video because it's just kind of one of those things that's a given. You're obviously going to be using brushes throughout your makeup routine, and you kind of forget about the ones that you love and the ones that you reach for all the time. But this guy, not only is he adorable, he is very, very helpful. It is the Hoola brush from Benefit. They've actually released or are releasing a lighter version of Hoola. I really wish they would release a deeper shade because I want to try it. But anyways, I really have been liking this brush. I've come across a few bronzers recently that are quite pigmented. They kick up a bunch of products, so I don't want to go in with a more dense angled brush, and that is where I love reaching for this. It kind of reminds me of the Real Techniques blush brush, but this is a little bit, I like this one a little bit more. It's a little bit smaller so I can be more precise, and it's just perfect for exactly what it's meant for. Just going in, bronzing the skin, blending things out, and it just gives such a diffused, nice look on the face. It allows you to pick up just enough product so that you're not getting a ton, and you can build as opposed to putting on a ton of product on your face and being like, oh no, and then going in and having to blend it all out. And on top of that, it looks adorable. I have 2 products from Covergirl that are new to their brow line. Actually, I think this has been out for a little while. Maybe they re-released it in new packaging, but it is their Brow Plus Liner Powder. I did not expect to like this, let alone love it. I was expecting it to be a crap, to be messy, but I am so impressed with this. I've been reaching for it a ton. I was like, I'll try it out, see what it's like, probably include it in a product I regret buying. But then I tried it out and I was like, oh damn, this is pretty good. I love the way that it looks on my brows. If you have brows like mine that aren't necessarily super full and fluffy, but they're definitely not thin either, and you just kind of want to go in and fill a few things in, make them slightly more defined, this is awesome. I guess it's the powder formula that makes it look very diffused. It's not super harsh. I always make sure to like knock off my brush while applying. But one thing I noticed about this so much was the lasting power. At the end of my workday, my brows were like just as strong as when I put them on in the beginning. I don't find it messy. It's easy to use and it just looks amazing. And then I have it paired with this guy who I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with. It's the Easy Breezy Brow Gel. I don't know what it is about this, be it the formula or the brush, but it just gives me the most fluffy, like you'll see in the front of my brows here how it's kind of like separated and fluffy looking. And that's exactly what I crave in a brow. It's not like something super sharp and like, you know, really light in the beginning and darker towards the end. Like I like a fluffy, full looking brow, and this gives me exactly that. The problem with it is you get so much product on the brush, and then the brush is also gigantic. So it's very messy in the process. I've actually bent the brush, as you'll see in my close-up there, to make it a little bit more manageable. They could just put like a smaller brush, or I don't know what it is, but even though it's messy and it drives me crazy, I continue to reach for it because I absolutely love the finished product, and a little bit of cleanup is totally worth it to me. Like this brow that I have going on here now is like perfect. I absolutely love it. When you're having a good brow day, like that's a great way to start the day. I've been so happy with the both of these together, the both of them separately. This also acts amazingly on its own if you don't want to fill in your brows, you just want to add some color and hold in a little bit more fullness. This is seriously one of the best I've ever tried, but messy. A blush that I have been loving this month is another item that took me by surprise, and I can't remember if I mentioned this in a favorites already, but it has been a favorite of this month, so I am going to include it this month. It is the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach Blush. Shocked. Like, shocked. Everybody who loved this I felt like had quite light skin. It also has a bit of a pink iridescence to it, which is not something I go for in a blush, but I find myself reaching for this like 2-3 times a week when I don't know what I want to put on my cheeks. It's early, it's dark because it's winter, like I just throw this guy on. Sometimes I'll even skip highlight, which again, very unheard of for me. So I love when I find a makeup product that I don't necessarily think is not going to work for me. Like that doesn't really matter, but when I find a product that challenges me or changes my routine, something like the Makeup Forever Water Blend where I skipped concealer for like an entire month and I was like, oh, I love showing off my freckles, this is something super fun. This again is something new, it's something different. I really feel like the formula and the color is something I have nothing like in my collection, and I feel like obviously if I wear it and people who have much lighter skin wear it as well, then it's quite a versatile blush as well. Definitely expensive, maybe pick it up during the spring VIB sale, but this has totally taken me by surprise. But if you are sensitive to smell, it is very scented, but that doesn't bother me. I've got another item from Covergirl. It is their Outlast Stay All Day Matte Finishing Powder. This comes in 3 different shades, and this guy here is medium deep. Doesn't look medium deep, but it does work on my skin tone. I really feel like it doesn't have a ton of color to it. I can't speak for anybody deeper than me, but for me, this shade works, and it also really helps to keep my skin matte. I use a lot of different powders. Some just look great on application. Some can help mattify in the beginning, but I really do feel like this has helped with the longevity and wear of my makeup. I went to an event a while ago. I did like indoor skydiving with Covergirl, and I actually vlogged the whole thing, and I haven't put out that vlog. So if you'd like to see it, let me know. But when we were testing out these products, obviously when you go to these events, they're trying to sell you on their products. But they did something really interesting that I had never considered before. So they gave us another powder, I don't know what it was, and we put a drop on it, and it was like the water just sunk right into the product. And then they gave us this powder, and we put a drop on top of it, and the water just sat on top. So it has properties in it that help to control oil, to combat oil, and I really feel like I do see that throughout the day. When I put this on, this is something that I'll use on days where I want my makeup to last longer, days where I'm not testing a foundation, because I really do feel like it helps change the wear time of my foundation, which I can't say for a lot of powders. Some are just good and I like, but this really does seem to do something. The kind of problem there, I guess, is there's only 3 shades in the range, but I do encourage you to give it a try if you can find a shade for you. Hopefully they will come out with a deeper shade, or they'll increase or they'll add to the Covergirl Queen range, which is the range that they have for deeper skin tones. Earlier this month, I had a Wet n Wild week, which was tons of fun. I had 3 videos all around their new 2017 collection, so I'll link to that down below. But I love this combination of lipsticks. I was wearing it in the initial video. It is the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in the shade Oh My Dolly, which I generally wear in the center, and then all over my lips, the shade Nice to Fuchsia. I used to wear these kind of like bright but deep pinks all the time, like MAC Flat Out Fabulous, MAC, there's another MAC lipstick that I used to wear all the time. And when I put these on, it just totally brought me back to that, and I forgot how much I love these kinds of shades. I've been so into like warm browns, dusty roses, like deep, deep shades, and I kind of forgot how fun these kind of colors are. There's been a lot of mixed reviews about the formula of these. I definitely feel like the deeper shades are better. I love kind of the middle range, actually. Some of the deep, deep shades are a little patchy. Some of the light shades are a little patchy. But overall, I do think it is a nice formula. They cost $5, and I recommend going in with very light layers and try not to build them up too much. But all in all, I just love the combination of these colors. The last makeup item that I want to mention is this. It is from the Maybelline Inti-Matte line, and I have a full lip swatch video on this, which I think should be up now. If it is, I will link to it below. If not, it should be coming soon. But I've mentioned these several times. I am obsessed with the range. The deeper shades are gorgeous. There's something in it for everybody, and this shade Raw Chocolate is what I'm wearing today, and it's just so beautiful. I think it could look great on so many different skin tones. I am wearing it with a gloss today just to mix it up, but I was wearing this with a lip liner in my Best Full Coverage foundations, and I was wearing it obviously in the lip swatch video. I believe that these are the same formula as the Creamy Matte lipsticks, which is another great range, and this is just kind of a range of nude shades, very, very nude up to like kind of a deeper nude, so depending on your skin tone. I think the formula is very consistent throughout. Maybelline makes some great lipsticks, and I think that this is one of the shades in the range that could look amazing on everybody. Lastly, I want to mention a skincare item. I don't know what's going on, if it's stress or the environment and the weather's changing and that kind of thing, but I've been breaking out a good bit in the past week or so, and if you can see, there's like a big guy brewing right here. So I have been reaching for this. I've been doing a lot of like more hydrating things to my skin and kind of forgot about the fact that I have oily skin and I do need things like clay and whatnot, so that could be a reason why I'm breaking out as well. I'm just putting too many heavy things on my skin, but I love this. It is the Body Shop Himalayan Charcoal Purifying Glow Mask. I've never tried the Glam Glow, but I never want to try it now because this is so good. I feel like it has very similar properties in there. You've got the clay, you've got the charcoal, and then it also has the green tea flakes in there as well. When I put this all over my face, it just feels so intense. If you have very sensitive skin, it may not work for you. If you have more normal skin but just some breakouts, you can totally use this as a spot treatment, which is something that I love to do as well. I can't remember if this is vegan or vegetarian, but it's one of the two, cruelty-free, and I think it's a really great option if you have quite oily skin or problematic skin, or your skin is just doing like weird things with the seasons. This has just like, it's one of my favorite masks that I've ever tried. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to let me know down below what you were loving in February. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!